How's it going, everybody? Trevor here with Geotrek, and today we're gonna check out this sweet new custom convoy that's pulling out of the shop today. So the first thing you'll notice about the convoy is the split galley. We're gonna have the sink over here on the driver's side of the van, and then our lagoon table can kind of act as an extension for the countertop as well when nobody's sitting in the bench. And then on the passenger side of the van, we're gonna have some more counter space. This customer chose to go with the 2-burner inset stove right here in the counter. So that's the biggest difference about the Convoy, is you're gonna have this bench seat right here behind the driver's seat. A lot of people that go with the Convoy are gonna swap this standard bench out with a double folding jump seat. If you have kiddos traveling with you, that folding jump seat's gonna have 2 car seat hookups and 2 seat belts, so extra passengers have a nice safe spot to sit in the van. But the nice part about it is this is right where your toilet will go. So your toilet fits right in there. We have this contour down here so you can leave it in there when you need to use the toilet, so you don't have to pull it out every time. And then a couple of the aesthetic choices this customer chose to go with. They went with our sage cabinet color, which looks great with this Moonrock 2Tech2 flooring. This also can turn into a nice little dining area for 2 people. Somebody sitting in the bench, somebody sitting in the driver's seat. You can lower this table. It doesn't have to be this high all the time, but it's kind of nice when you can just line it up with the countertop there and have some more cooking space. Working with this customer, we decided to go with a chassis that already has the swivel seats from Mercedes installed. This van's got a lot of nice bells and whistles. It's got the digital rearview mirror, 360 parking sensors, and parking package, and this one has the Comfort Plus package, so it's got all electric seat controls, which is really nice if you have multiple drivers using the van, or if you're just like somebody that likes to make different seat adjustments while you're driving the van. It can be pretty handy for that. So in the upper cabinets here, in classic fashion, we've got our open space here where you've got a pass through if you need to store larger items. And then this is a new standard feature for us. It's going to be just an extra GFCI outlet up there. That's also going to have a USB-A and a USB-C on that as well, just for charging devices. That is handy if you wanted to install an upgrade to the microwave that would go in this section here. The microwave would plug into that outlet. Since we've got that outlet, that's something you can upgrade to at a later date if you find you actually need it. And then right above me, you'll notice we got these sweet new black Max Air fans. Same Max Air Fan Deluxe that we've used in the past. This one's just black, so it matches the rest of the hardware in the van. So with the Convoy, your fridge is gonna be located right here by the sliding door. So when you're hanging outside, it's very simple to come up here, grab a refreshment of your choice from inside. And then right next to that, we're gonna have our fold down happy hour table, so you can set your refreshment on. So a couple other things that separate the Convoy layout from our Albatross layout is you'll have 2 drawers. So one right here over the fridge, just like you do in the Albatross, but then you're gonna have a second drawer back here by the bed, which would fit your single burner induction stove. So if you decided not to go with the 2-burner inset into the countertop, you could have a single burner that stows away in its own designated drawer over here. Since they've got the 2-burner, this is just extra storage space right here. Along with the drawers being different from the Albatross, you're also going to have 2 sets of these outlets. So you got one here and then one on the countertop over here. Similar to the Albatross, the Convoy is also going to have the same deep sink. This customer chose to go with the Sage sink cover as an add-on there, just to cover up the sink if you got any dirty dishes. Keeps it a lot cleaner and neater looking in here. But same deep sink right here. This can still pop out the sliding window right here if you wanted to use it as an outdoor shower as well. But this customer chose to add on our hot water heater and the outdoor shower, so she's already got that taken care of. So underneath the sink here, we've got a couple upgrades. We've got our 5-gallon gray water tank option. This is gonna allow you to have a bypass that can just dump below the van, or you can hook up to the gray tank itself to hold on to that water. We've also got our inline water filter. So this is going to filter all the water that's coming out of your sink faucet here. So if you wanted to drink that water, it's doable. You've got these cubby storages right here, which are great for storing loose gear and stuff like that, but it also doubles as your ladder to get up into bed. So stepping right there, hop up into bed. In the Convoy, we're gonna have an east-west sleeping space. This customer chose to go with one driver's side flare, which is gonna get us to 6'2" east-west sleeping space. So plenty of room for me. I'm about 5'11" on a good day. Back here, we've got our rear upper cubby, which is great for, storing your phone or just loose items
before you go to bed at night.
So just like in the Albatross, we're gonna have our 2 reading lights on the passenger side of the van here. Underneath both of these, they're gonna have some USB-Cs so you can charge your devices in bed before you go to sleep at night. And these are dimmable as well. So a lot of times I find myself pointing them at the ceiling, kind of dimming them down. And at night, that kind of becomes my night light around the cabin. It's just enough light to see about the cabin, but not enough light so everybody outside the van can see me inside the van. So this customer wanted to make this van all season capable. So behind the walls, we're gonna have our lizard skin thermal barrier, as well as our standard 3M thinsulate. And then in the back, we've got the Nomadic X2 AC unit. That's gonna be hooked up to our 10 kilowatt hour power system. And then we've also got the S-Bar diesel heater that's tapped into the van's fuel tank. Everything runs off electrical. It can be totally off-grid usable as well. So you don't have to worry about, when you're out and about traveling, finding shore power to plug into. Off-grid ready. So just like the Albatross, the Convoy is going to have a very open garage space back here. On the passenger side of the van, we're gonna have all of our electrical components. And then on the driver's side of the van, we're gonna have all of the water components. This customer chose to go with the rear bug screens back here. So to be able to open up the doors in the back and kind of seal up the van from bugs and stuff like that. And then she's also got the outdoor shower as well as the water heater up there. Thank you guys for watching this video of the walkthrough of our Convoy layout. If you like these kind of videos and want to see what we have coming out in the future, make sure to subscribe down below. Stay in touch with what we got going on. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly at geotrekvans.com.